Okay, Mr. Colley, nice to meet you.
You too?
Well, have you ever done anything like this before? Gone in for any mental health services?
No, not yet. This is the first thing.
Okay, well, let me explain a little bit about what we'll be doing today, and we'll get started. So I just have some notes here. I'll just be jotting a few things down, and this just kind of guides me so that I make sure that I cover everything that might be pertinent for you. If you ever have any questions or anything, feel free to stop me. And then I do want to let you know everything that we talk about today will be confidential. So anything that we discuss, I won't share that with anyone else. There are some limits to this that I'll let you know about. If I feel that you are in danger of hurting yourself or other people, then I'm legally obligated to report that, make sure that you're safe. If you disclose any sexual or physical abuse or neglect of any minors, vulnerable adults, or elders, I would also need to report that to authorities. If there would be a subpoena from the courts, I may have to testify. Doesn't happen very often. And if you would threaten the life of the President of the United States, apparently we have to report that. I can't say that that's ever happened, but just so that you are aware of that.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Colley, will you tell me what brings you in today?
Well, I don't know. I just haven't been feeling like myself lately. Pretty much feel nothing all the time. Low energy. No mood. Depressed, I guess. Sad.
Feeling pretty down.
Going.
Anything else?
Noticed that my sleep pattern, wanting to sleep a lot. I've been eating the same. Stuff like that. Those are interesting things.
Mm-hmm. Have you done any research on the internet about your problem?
Yeah, a little bit. Not a lot.
Mm-hmm. And what do you think is wrong? You mentioned depressed.
Yeah, it's possible.
Significant.
Yeah, down.
Okay. How old were you when you first had these problems?
Oh, I don't know. Off and on. It's just come on lately. The last couple of years, I guess it's gotten worse.
Going back, what's kind of the earliest that you can remember feeling glum?
Maybe in my early 20s. But nothing that now.
Mm-hmm. And did you notice that, or did someone else?
No, I'm just kind of thinking back. Looking back in retrospect.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of trying to self-analyze, I guess, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. And how often would you say that you experience these feelings and problems?
Lately?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much all the time.
Okay. Pretty constant.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you say you're not able to do because of these problems?
Well,
Feeling down, sleeping more.
I ain't able to get my work around the house done. I'm stay-at-home dad and ain't really watching my youngest very close. She's only one and kind of just let her do her own thing and I sleep.
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. That's about it. I'm not doing my share around the house.
Is there anything that you're able to do, but only with a lot of difficulty or more discomfort?
It's hard to eat.
Tell me more about that.
I don't know. Food just doesn't taste very good.
Not much of an appetite.
Kind of lost interest in everything. So
Mm-hmm.
never more to eat anything.
Feel like a lot of work to
Feel like a lot of work.
fix food.
It's a lot of work to do anything. I'm okay once I get going. Mornings are tough. I just can't get going.
Mm-hmm.
In the afternoons a little bit. I'll have a couple hours where I feel okay. Maybe get a few things done.
Mm-hmm. So afternoons are a better time
Yeah,
for you.
for a few hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then mornings are really bad.
Mm.
Trouble just getting out of bed and getting warm, getting the kids up.
Mm. So mornings are the toughest.
Trouble getting anything done.
And since you've noticed these problems have gotten worse, have you had any periods of time when you've been free or mostly free of the problems?
Say that again.
So are there times, you said this has gotten worse over the last couple of years, have there been time periods in there when you feel like you've been free or mostly free of kind of those down feelings? Low energy, low mood?
Yeah, sometimes there seems to be kind of a monthly, or not monthly, but it's kind of a cycle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, kind of an up and down.
Do they happen more gradually or are they pretty quick?
Gradual.
Okay. And you said not monthly necessarily, but
There definitely seems to be a up and down pattern with my moods and my energy and
okay. But more of that gradual.
moody.
Who calls it that? You or?
Me.
Okay. Okay. So any situations or circumstances that seem to make things worse?
Well, definitely mornings.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I don't have what I should have done, when my wife gets home from work with the other two kids, it usually causes a lot of stress.
What kind of stress?
Just arguments. A lot of excuses, I guess, I can come up with.
Mm. So she kind of asks, why haven't you gotten this and this done?
Right.
Or do you just want to feel bad?
No, yeah, I feel bad, but
But there's some arguing.
yeah,
Okay.
I don't like to be kind of attacked like that.
Mm.
Well, she don't know how my day went.
She's gone quite a bit.
Yeah, she works full time as an accountant for Target, so she's gone 10, 12 hours a day.
Mm.
I'm stuck at home
Mm-hmm.
watching the kids.
Feel a little trapped there.
Oh, I don't know. It gets to be a long day sometimes.
Okay. So how about any situations or circumstances that seem to make things better?
Generally, lately, no, not really. In the like I say, in the afternoons, once in a while, I feel a little bit. It's like I can drag my butt and get in the shower and get going.
Mm. But lately, even that hasn't helped so much.
Yeah.
What parts of your life have been affected by your problems? And I'll kind of read through a list if you want to just let me know. Financial? Any concerns there?
No, not really. The wife's the worker of the family. I stay home. So.
Okay. How about work-wise? And again, you're staying at home.
Staying at home, but yeah, I'm not. Yeah. She kind of makes a list of stuff I'm supposed to get done for the week, and so it causes some stress when I don't have it done.
Some more household chores you're feel like you're
Right, what she thinks
keeping up on.
I should be able to get done in later.
Okay. Romantic relationships, you said you are having some stress and fighting.
Yeah.
Or arguing, I guess you said.
Yeah, I've been sleeping on the couch quite a bit.
Any legal problems?
Legal problems? No.
Okay. Other family relationships? You did mention with your youngest.
Yeah, I've kind of lost interest a little bit with the kids, and then I really don't keep in contact with any other family.
Okay. How about leisure or pleasurable activities?
Not much anymore. I used to do stuff, but pretty much just sit around and watch TV or sleep.
Okay. And how about your friendships?
Kind of goes up and down with my moods, but I don't know, not much.
Okay.
Used to do stuff, but not much anymore.
So have you ever sought any treatment for this complaint or any other issues?
No, this is it.
Mental health? Okay.
First time.
Okay. So if I am able to treat you successfully, how will you know that you're better?
How will I know I'm better?
What would that look like?
Well, I imagine I'll start feeling better and I think about dying all the time and get out of bed in the morning and get stuff done.
We'll come back to some of those feelings about feeling like you're wanting to die or just having thoughts.
Just random thoughts popping in your head.
Okay. We'll talk more about that here. Actually, here. Oh, look at that. It's right here. Leads right into it. So, are you currently having thoughts or plans to hurt or kill yourself?
No.
You just said more random.
Sometimes I think, what's the point?
Okay. So, has there ever been a time when you would consider yourself to be suicidal?
Not yet, no.
But you could imagine things
Kind of wonder.
got worse. Maybe.
Yeah. I could see how people do it.
Okay. Are you currently having any thoughts or plans to hurt or kill someone else?
Just the neighbor's dog.
Okay. I don't think that falls under confidentiality limits. I might have to check on that though to make sure. Has there ever been another time when you were homicidal?
No.
Okay. Do you often hold a grudge?
Yes.
Okay. About what kinds of stuff? What do the neighbors dog?
I don't know. I guess when the people have hurt me or betrayed me. Lied to me.
Since the age of 15, have you ever been in a physical fight or altercation?
15? Yes,
Okay.
in high school.
And what kind of incident or incidents were those?
I beat some kid up because he was new in school.
Have you ever had feelings of uncontrollable rage?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And have you ever had thoughts about harming others?
Sometimes, yeah.
Do you keep firearms in your home?
Just my hunting rifle.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about some of those physical symptoms. You talked a little bit about your energy being low. So in the last month, um, how has that been? You talked about, you know, mornings are really tough, gets a little better in the afternoon. And how about as you go into the evening? What does it look like then?
Comparable to the mornings, not as bad, but
Okay.
I only got about a 2 hour time frame where I can.
So a good 2 hours or 2 hours that are okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how about your sleep in the last month? How's that been?
Sleeping a lot.
Okay. Is it a restful sleep? Do you, when you wake up, do you feel rested? I know you said mornings are tough.
No, I just feel tired all the time.
Okay. So even when you do get a lot of sleep, doesn't seem to restore you.
Mm-hmm.
So on average, how many hours of sleep would you say you're getting a night?
In the last month?
Mm-hmm.
A night or during a 24-hour period?
Yeah, well, let's say, in kind of your longest stretch.
Probably go to bed about midnight, and then I usually wake up just to change the little one,
Mm-hmm.
my youngest. And that's usually about 7 in the morning. Then I go right back to bed.
Okay. So then from 7 to
10 or 11.
and then any napping?
Yeah. Nothing.
How long would you say?
A couple hours usually. It's erratic.
Kind of varies.
Yeah.
Okay. And how many times a week would you say you are napping?
Every day.
Every day?
Oh yeah.
Okay. 7 days a week. Okay. Do you ever have nightmares or disturbing dreams?
Sometimes.
And how about any problems falling asleep?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta fall asleep to the TV.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about what does the TV seem to.
I just watch it till I get tired, and then otherwise I flip and flop.
Is it more of a physical discomfort, or do you have kind of racing thoughts? You have a hard time turning your brain off, kind of thing?
I'd say more of the physical.
Okay. Just physically restless.
Yeah.
Okay. And how about, do you ever wake up in the middle of the night, have a hard time falling back asleep?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I wake up 4 or 5 times a night to go to the bathroom. Or to eat. Or to watch TV.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great. Most of it.
Yeah, so really, even though you're spending a lot of hours in bed, you're not really getting that long stretch of
Yeah, that's true.
extended sleep. Okay. And how about any times, in the morning when you wake up earlier, other than getting woken up and having to change diapers?
I wake up a lot around 4 to 5. It seems like I can't fall back asleep and I'll get something to eat.
Okay.
Watch TV for a little bit, and then I'll go back to bed.
And what are your sleeping arrangements? Do you sleep with your wife?
Sometimes.
Or you said you sleep kind of in front of the TV a lot of times?
Yeah, I just kind of got in a routine. I'll fall asleep in front of the TV, and then when I wake up the first time to go to the bathroom or whatever, then I'll go wander in bed.
Okay. Okay, has your level of interest in sex or your sex drive changed?
Yeah, it's a little interesting.
Okay, a couple fun ones here. Have your bladder or bowel habits changed?
No, they're both pretty erratic. I don't really have a set schedule with either one.
Okay. And you talked about not having much appetite. Has your weight, your body weight in the last month?
Yeah,
any
in the last
changes there?
month, probably 10 pounds as well.
Okay. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about some of the stressors. What areas of your life, and again, I'll kind of read through this list. You tell me if they're stressing you out or not. Financial.
Well, a little bit. It'd be nice if we both were bringing home an income, but yeah, so a little.
Okay. Housing
You know,
and your romantic relationships. How about close family relationships? Any stress there?
yeah, I'm kind of tired of little kids.
Okay. Yeah, those are tough years when they're young.
Yeah, tell me about it. You got 3 of them.
It does get easier, but yeah, it can be pretty stressful when they're all that young. How about friendships? Any stress there?
No, I pretty much put up a wall on people. Nothing much going on there with anybody.
And work?
Stay-at-home dad.
Yeah. Is that
Sick of it.
kind of the stressful part? Is just being
Not
tired
much
of
to look
kids and-
forward to every day.
Right.
Uh,
So would you like to be working?
yeah, maybe. Maybe find something enjoyable.
Okay. How about with anything with education? Any stressors there?
No.
Loneliness?
Yeah, quite a bit.
And how about any legal problems? You said you weren't really having any legal issues.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, so now in the last month, you talked about that you've been feeling pretty down most of the day, and pretty much every day. What can you tell me a little bit more about what that's like?
About like a typical day?
Well, just those feelings about feeling depressed or down.
Feeling lazy and worthless and lonely and sad sometimes.
And
I want to get stuff done, but I just can't get going.
You talked about kind of losing interest or pleasure in things. Are there things that you used to enjoy that you don't so much? You talked about kind of friendships. You kind of
Yeah, we used to golf quite a bit, me and some of my buddies, but we don't do that much anymore either. Getting too old to play sports, so it's kind of gonna have to find something else. I like to fish, but it seems like such work anymore. Such a pain in the butt to get everything ready to go.
So even things that you kind of think might be kind of enjoyable and just feel like too much effort?
Work, yeah.
Have you ever had a period of time when you were feeling so good, excited or hyper that other people kind of thought you weren't your normal self? Or you were maybe so hyper that you got yourself into trouble? And you did kind of talk about those
Yeah, but not like
ups and
extremes.
downs.
But friends when I used to work used to call me bipolar as a joke.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was just maybe on an upswing and then mix that with too much caffeine or something.
Oh, okay. So what does that look like when you're on more of the upswing?
A little more boisterous and obnoxious and kind of in your face.
Do you feel pretty good? Do you enjoy it?
Not really. You gotta kind of talk yourself down to a quieter level.
Okay. So you're able to kind of recognize it and
Try to, yeah.
bring it down a little bit. How about as far as energy during those times? Is it feeling like you're getting a lot done or you're more productive?
Yeah, somewhat, but not like a crazy person running around getting stuff done.
Okay. Are you a little more distractible during those times or find it?
I'm always distractible.
Oh, okay. So you always find it hard to focus.
Yeah.
And is it worse now?
Yes.
Okay. 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 What about receiving special messages from the TV, radio, newspaper?
No.
No. Have you ever felt like somebody was going out of their way to give you a hard time or to hurt you?
No.
Okay. Have you ever felt that you were especially important in some way or had some special powers
No.
that other people don't? No?
Sometimes dream about that.
Yeah, those are fun dreams. I have flying dreams sometimes. Have you ever felt that you had committed a crime or done something terrible that you should be punished for? Did you ever feel you had a special secret relationship with someone famous or someone you didn't know very well?
No.
Okay. Do you ever hear things that other people couldn't, such as noises or voices whispering or talking?
No.
Do you have visions or see things that other people couldn't see?
I'm not a crazy person.
Okay. You recognize the line of questioning there, I see. Okay, have you ever had a panic attack when you suddenly felt frightened or anxious or suddenly developed a lot of physical symptoms?
Yeah, I have panic attacks.
Okay. How often do you have those?
Well, I'm very claustrophobic, so anything related to that. Sometimes they just come out of nowhere. Sometimes I just feel like I can't breathe, and then it gets worse from there.
Okay. Oh, so that kind of triggers when you feel like you can't breathe.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of triggers it.
And have you ever had any treatment for that? Are you doing any?
No, not yet.
Okay, so you just kind of handle it on your own.
Yeah, but they're getting to the point where I can't anymore.
Yeah. Does that seem like it's been getting worse?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you ever afraid of going out of the house alone, being in crowds, standing around? Anything that you've been afraid or felt uncomfortable doing in front of other people, like speaking?
Well, like talking
Writing.
in front of people.
Okay. Any things that you've been especially afraid of, like flying, seeing blood, heights, spiders?
I don't like heights. I don't like flying. That's one of the times I can have a panic attack is getting on an airplane.
Okay.
Being on an airplane.
Does it seem like it's more with the enclosed space or more Just
Yes.
because it's the flying. Okay.
Just the enclosed space and being trapped in it.
Okay. Have you ever been bothered by thoughts that didn't make sense but kept coming back to you even though you tried not to have them? Thoughts like hurting someone even though you really didn't want to, or being contaminated by germs or dirt?
Not contaminated, no, but there's certain people I wouldn't mind seeing some bad luck come their way.
Okay, so kind of think about it and over.
Not a lot.
Okay. Were the
Push some bad luck their way gently.
and do you feel like you're able to do that?
Thinking about how I'd get away with it, yeah.
Okay.
But I know, it's thoughts.
So at this point, you don't feel compelled to act on those thoughts?
No.
Okay. Was there ever anything that you had to do over and over again and couldn't resist doing?
No.
Oh, I guess I had some examples here, like washing your hands, counting up to a certain number, or checking something to make sure you've done it right.
Yeah, I like count.
Oh, you do? Okay. What kinds of things do you count?
Syllables and words. I want to make sure it ends on an even number.
Okay. Any other?
Like your shirt says Carlos cents. Let's say Carlos Bake Shop, Hoboken, New Jersey. I'd go Carlos Bake Shop, Hoboken, New Jersey. Then okay, because I can stop on an even letter.
Okay. And then what happens if it's not?
I'll have to do it again. Find something else so I can stop.
Okay.
So it's on an even number.
Okay. And do you feel less anxiety then?
I don't think it has anything to do with anxiety. It's just something I just started doing as a kid.
More of a habit.
It's kind of a goofy habit. I used to do it with my toes.
Okay.
I'd have to be even so I could have the second letter, the last letter, so that the toes are all down.
Okay. Does it ever interfere with,
No.
your daily activities, or do you find yourself spending more time than you want to on it?
No, just randomly.
Okay. So nothing that's distressing to you, or okay. So in the past 6 months, have you been particularly nervous or anxious? You did talk about more panic attacks.
Yeah, I don't know.
How about just kind of that general?
Not in particular, no. Just more glum.
Okay. More of a low. And you talked about losing some weight. Have other people commented? Do they think?
Yeah, they said,
You're
"Hey, you're
less
looking
than
good. You're losing weight." Thanks.
Okay.
Didn't try to.
Right. Have you ever had times when you felt your eating was out of control?
Yeah, I binge eat a little bit.
Okay. When was that? Have you had more of a binging? Sounds like lately it's been more just low appetite.
Yeah, probably last summer. Yeah, at night time, I binge eat a lot.
Okay. And how were you feeling last summer?
Bad.
So sometimes when you feel bad, you eat more at night,
Yeah.
and now it's been more where you're just not wanting to eat at all.
Yeah.
Much. Okay. Sometimes things happen to people that are really upsetting. That might be a life-threatening situation, disaster, accident or fire, being physically assaulted or raped, or seeing another person killed or hurt. At any time in your life, have you had any of these kinds of things happen to you?
Bad things?
Mm-hmm. Traumatic things?
Not really. No, the Catholic priest didn't take me behind me. No.
Okay. Are you Catholic?
No,
No.
I just like to make jokes about it.
Okay. Okay. So you said you don't currently have a therapist or counselor?
Just you.
Okay. Let's see. So I haven't had any past. All right. Well, it looks like at this point I've gotten the information that I need for now. It sounds like you're experiencing a lot of mood and energy symptoms that sound like it could be depression. I would want to make sure before you leave today that we talk a little bit more about some of those thoughts about dying. Make sure that you're safe to go home and that you're not going to hurt yourself. But we can talk about that in a little more depth, but I think that we can come up with a plan and get you some help so you start feeling a little bit better. How does that sound?
Sounds wonderful.
All right. Well, thank you for coming in today.
All right, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Okay, now I can stop.